Adolf Hitler's early life was marked by disappointment and unfulfilled aspirations. Born in Austria in 1889, he harbored dreams of becoming an artist. He applied to the prestigious Vienna Academy of Fine Arts but was rejected twice. This rejection deeply wounded Hitler, leaving him disillusioned and adrift in Vienna. He lived in poverty, scraping a living by selling postcards of his artwork. This period of hardship and obscurity fueled Hitler's resentment and shaped his worldview. During his time in Vienna, Hitler became exposed to the city's volatile political climate. He developed a deep-seated hatred for the Austro-Hungarian Empire's ethnic diversity, particularly targeting Jews. He embraced German nationalism and came to believe in the superiority of the German race. These prejudices, nurtured in the seedy underbelly of Vienna, would later form the bedrock of his hateful ideology. Hitler's artistic ambitions never materialized, leaving him deeply resentful of his perceived failures. This bitterness festered, eventually metamorphosing into a potent cocktail of racial hatred and nationalist fervor. His time in Vienna proved to be a pivotal period, shaping the man who would go on to plunge the world into darkness. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 offered Hitler a sense of purpose. He volunteered for the German army, eager to prove his worth on the battlefield. He served as a dispatch runner on the Western Front, experiencing the horrors of trench warfare firsthand. Hitler was awarded the Iron Cross for bravery, a rare distinction for a foreign-born soldier. The war's end in 1918 brought about Germany's defeat and plunged the nation into chaos. Hitler, like many Germans, was deeply affected by the humiliation of defeat. He refused to accept the terms of the Treaty of Versailles, which he viewed as a betrayal of the German people. The war had a profound impact on Hitler, solidifying his belief in German military strength and fueling his resentment toward those he held responsible for Germany's downfall. Hitler's wartime experiences, coupled with Germany's post-war turmoil, created a fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take root. His own bitterness at Germany's defeat resonated with a population grappling with economic hardship and national humiliation. In the aftermath of war, Hitler found his voice, ready to exploit the simmering anger and resentment that permeated German society. Post-war Germany was a nation in turmoil. The economy lay in ruins, crippled by war reparations and hyperinflation. Political instability reigned as various factions vied for power. This atmosphere of uncertainty and despair created an environment ripe for extremist movements like the Nazi Party to exploit. The Nazi Party, originally the German Workers' Party, offered a seductive message of national revival and scapegoated Jews and other minorities for Germany's woes. Hitler, with his fiery rhetoric and ability to tap into the populace's anger, quickly rose through the ranks. He proved to be a charismatic and effective orator, captivating audiences with his promises of restoring German greatness. The Nazi Party's rise was meteoric. They exploited economic anxieties, political instability, and deep-seated resentments to gain popular support. Hitler, the failed artist, had found his canvas in the hearts and minds of a disillusioned nation. Section 4, The Führer's Grip, Hitler's Consolidation of Power and the Nazi State. In 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany, marking a turning point in German history. He moved swiftly to consolidate his power, transforming Germany into a totalitarian state. The Reichstag fire, a suspicious incident blamed on communists, provided a pretext for Hitler to suspend civil liberties and eliminate political opponents. With opposition silenced, Hitler established the Nazi Party as the sole legal party in Germany. He systematically dismantled democratic institutions and established a cult of personality around himself. He assumed the title of Führer, becoming the undisputed dictator of Germany. Hitler's grip on Germany was absolute. He controlled the media, the military, and all aspects of public life. His regime ruthlessly suppressed dissent and persecuted those deemed enemies of the state. The Nazi state, built on fear and propaganda, had become a terrifying reality. Section 5, A World Engulfed, Hitler's War and the Horrors of the Holocaust. Driven by his twisted ideology of racial purity and territorial expansion, Hitler led Germany into World War II in 1939 with the invasion of Poland. His ambition knew no bounds as he sought to establish German dominance over Europe and beyond. Hitler's blitzkrieg tactics initially brought swift victories, but his aggression would ultimately prove to be his undoing. Fueled by his fanatical hatred, Hitler orchestrated the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. This horrific act of state-sponsored genocide known as the Holocaust remains one of the darkest chapters in human history. Hitler's war plunged the world into chaos and resulted in unimaginable suffering and loss of life. His pursuit of racial purity and world domination left an indelible scar on humanity, a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked hatred and totalitarian rule.